Welcome to IRC Monday movie program. On each third Monday, we are having an American movie program with after movie discussion. Today, the movie program, The Enemy of State, will be led by Embassy Economic Officer Marco Veliconia, who did already 3 or 4 other movie programs.
Okay, you ready? Unrehearsed. Hi, everybody. I'm Marco Veliconia. I'm the Economic Officer here at the U.S. Embassy. I see a couple familiar faces, so you're back for more. I'm here for 3 more weeks, so this is my last time around doing this particular event, and it's been one of the more enjoyable aspects of the job. So today's film, which I guess a number of you have probably seen, Enemy of the State, is with Will Smith and Gene Hackman and others. I first saw this probably not long after it came out. And the reason I wanted to pick it is because I usually, whenever I pick a film to host, and I think I've done 5, I want to show some aspect of American life. You know, it may raise some important issue or other. I don't know if, and this one I thought, when it came out in 1998, 1999, sure, it's a thriller, kind of like the Bourne Identity or any of those sort of things, when there's good guys and bad guys and some kind of intrigue and all of that. But the other part of it, which I think became very interesting, especially after 9/11, when the U.S. launched very aggressive sort of counter-terrorism efforts, and started doing, as we found out around 2003, started doing a lot more, let's say, warrantless surveillance in the United States. Tapping into telephone calls with alleged terrorists and such, that it raised questions how much, with all the constitutional protections we have in the United States about, let's say, unwarranted search and seizure, and sort of that kind of intrusion into your personal life. This debate continues in the U.S. when there's a lot of people who will say, yeah, I'm willing to give up a certain amount of my rights in order to be protected. What they usually mean is, I'm willing to give up somebody else's rights in order for me to be protected, or for the country to be protected. So this film predates all of this, and it was, it's done as a thriller. It doesn't claim to be accurate. In fact, when I was researching this on the web, they were saying, well, most of what they can do here, they can do surveillance, they can gather data, but connecting the dots the way they usually do in a film like this is not really feasible yet. But technology is improving, and probably one day they will be able to. And there are intelligence services all over the world, and they can gather data and analyze it. And so when I watch this film, and you hear the arguments about, anything is justified in order to protect our security, and so forth. Are we allowed to intrude into people's personal lives? Are we allowed to kill people, possibly innocent people, in order to do this? So those are the sorts of questions that I thought it was worth showing this. It raises those kind of questions, and I thought that makes it worth seeing this film. Now, if you've seen it before, you know the story. I don't need to recap all of that. So I did write up a little handout which pretty much just covers the questions I asked, but if you want to take one of these and pass them around, perhaps afterward we can have a little bit of a discussion. I'm willing to stay as long as you want afterward. And anyway, enjoy the film. All right, thank you. I'll be back later.
So hi, my name is Diana Melkumian. I am a sophomore year student in French University of Armenia, and I study management. And this is not the first time I'm attending the IRC Yerevan programs. I've been here a couple of 4 times, and all of the times the movies were really specifically different, but very interesting in a way. And I'm really glad for this program to exist because they show us the way that Americans live. They help us improve our English skills, and there's just a great work that is being done for our youth, and just not only youth. Thanks to you, IRC Yerevan, and I hope that we will have some other chances to meet you.
My name is Karine Davoyan. I have been coming to the embassy for many years, and I'm participating in this project, Monday Movie Project, for many years. I'm really grateful to the embassy for this project because the movies that we have seen here, and my students used to come to the embassy with me, these movies usually introduce true values, the values of democracy, rule of law, and human rights. We people in Armenia, we really need these values, and I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the embassy for really their efforts that they have in Armenia, and they are promoting democratic principles in Armenia. And I'm thankful also to people who usually took part in the movie discussions. They introduced real values to the Armenian audience, which is very important because sometimes we have no opportunity to see really good movies on Armenian TV channels.